Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. If you love the first video, please give a like, a thumbs up, and then subscribe to this YouTube channel. As part of the business of the day, I promise to bring you a series of recordings to explain all you need to know about the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, especially if you are considering applying for one. This is a video to continue what I started in part A. So this is part B to speak about the scholarship document and give a general overview of what you should consider why you're thinking about applying to an Erasmus Mundus scholarship. So stay tuned and kindly share this video to your friends. Thank you so much. More updates, you can use the comment section to ask questions, and I will be available to answer you. I'm more than happy to provide you with responses because this is what I did while I was applying. I reached out to a lot of scholars and they helped me out. They provided tips and tricks, and this helped me, and I'm able to give back to my society in this way. So to continue, we were talking about sorry, this is hanging. So we were talking about the practical steps, and we mentioned what you should do and how in what order. So right now we'll be discussing about the application document. This may vary from program to program, but this is like a general overview, what is mostly required when you are applying. I also mentioned that you shouldn't joke with the application document. This is the point where I have to highlight some of the application documents. If there's anything your program is requiring and it's not mentioned here, remember I am not in that same program, but I have also encouraged you to reach out to your program coordinator and find out. So number one on the list is your passport. Without the passport, you cannot travel, and you don't want to be given admission before you go applying for passport. For people from my country, I don't have to highlight that, but people from my country, you don't want to play with this because you can get your admission and then your passport will delay for 6, 7 months. I don't know if the process has changed. And at the end of the day, you forfeit your space because of delay. You don't want that. Get your passport, have everything handy. Then the second thing is to have your bachelor's degree. Also double check the bachelor's degree you have, is it relevant in that field? Is it what they are requiring? Also, for people that from my country have higher national diploma, you should ask with the coordinator, is it possible for you to use this degree, this diploma to go into the program you are applying for? You understand? So I highlighted that your bachelor's is graded. This is an Erasmus thing because when you submit all your application documents, if everything is intact, there are certain points they accord to each application document. So it is graded. At the end of the day, you have an overall grade, and then they set a cutoff to take people that are below the grade. So moving forward, your CGPA, cumulative grade point average or grade point average, your CGPA transcript is also required. If you have graduated, please do not waste time. Apply to your institution and get your bachelor's degree. Apply to your institution and get your transcript of records. Have these things handy. They are also graded. If you have a first class, if you have a second class upper, a second class lower, third class, if you have relevant experience, research experience, teaching experience, all these things are graded. So have it handy. So another thing to highlight is the CV. The CV for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship programs is the typical Europass format. For some programs like mine, they provided a template which we had to edit. For others, you have to use the Europass format. You can go online, Google Europass CV format, and then you will see lots of sample. And then you can also type on Google how to create Europass format CV, and it will take you to a particular link. There you can fill in all your information and generate a Europass format CV. If you don't understand that, like I mentioned, I'm still going to go over each of these documents and explain in more detail Possibly, I will come back to explain how I generated my CV and how I use the template. I will bring the generated CV and the template to explain to you, to make it more understandable to you. I promised I was going to take you through the beginning to the finish. I hope you stay motivated throughout this process. It's not going to be easy, and whatsoever experience you get from this series of recordings, you can also apply them to other applications you're doing. You know, Erasmus is very competitive. I won't say this is the only scholarship I applied to. I applied to several scholarships. I got experience from there, which helped me to apply to Erasmus, and with one shot, I got it. So this experience will be relevant. Moving on, you need letter of motivation. Depending on the program, they may ask for statement of purpose, personal statement, letter of intent, research statement, and all these are also graded. For me, my program required a letter of motivation. We didn't have to write a statement of purpose or personal statement. Or again, I'll make a recording where I explain the difference between letter of motivation and SOP. But you can already find some of these on YouTube, but I'll come and try to explain this to people that are following this channel. Then the English proficiency test, IELTS or TOEFL, they are also graded. For some programs, if you are coming from an English-speaking country, or if English was the means of communication, or you had your studies in English, this may be waived for you, but you won't know except you reach out to the program coordinator. You write to the program coordinator, hello, I'm from this country. For me, I'm from Nigeria. So I'm from Nigeria. I had all my studies from elementary to postgraduate level. That's my experience in English. I had exams, all my exams were in English. This is it, this is it, this is it. Can you waive this option for me? If they are ready to waive it, they will let you know that, oh, you are from Nigeria, you are from Ghana, you are from this country. Yeah, we waive this requirement for people from this country. And then you submit a proof that this your studies were taught in English and all your exams were recorded and graded in English or written in English and all that. So you have to reach out to the program coordinator to find out about this. You wouldn't know except you reach out. Then for some program, you are required to submit 2 to 3 recommendation letters. You don't have access to this recommendation letter. You would never know what your recommenders are writing for you. For some recommenders, they can ask you to just send your CV to them. And from your CV and the experience they've had with you, they will draft a recommendation letter and forward directly to the program. The program will contact them directly. You won't have access to the recommendation letter, but I like to inform you that the recommendation letters are also graded. For me, my program highlighted this on the website that your recommendation letter will be graded. So I mentioned to my professor that, sir, this recommendation letter would be graded. It's part of the initial selection process. So please, anyway, it's still the same person, and the recommendation the person has been submitting will still be the same to other schools, and then no more different, but I had to highlight it. So also the importance of highlighting is because you have to let them know that if the recommendation don't pull through, if they don't submit it, if they are unable to submit, it means you are automatically rejected. You didn't fulfill all the document requirements. Then the next thing that's very important is the proof of residency. You are competing with people within your country and you're competing with people all over the world. So you need to prove that this is the country you are from. For example, you're a Nigerian, but you had your bachelor's in Germany. You can't come and claim you won't be able to compete with people within Nigeria because your studies were in Germany. They will consider your application with people within Germany, except you prove that you are a resident of Nigeria. This is because universities from different, let's say somebody's that schooled in the US, you know, US is by far more advanced compared to Nigeria when it comes to academics. So they won't place you on the same level. If they want to do inclusion, if they want to carry out inclusion and make sure that everybody have a fair chance to participate in the program. Then they won't place you side by side with somebody from the US. So this is another reason why they consider this. And there are a lot more reasons to this, but we have to move forward. Then another important thing to note is your CV. I said I'm going to make a video on this. If we start talking about CV, we won't end this recording, but it is very important for you to follow or edit the template provided accordingly. Only include relevant information. Attach relevant evidence. This I'm going to explain to you for people that are into community services, volunteering, and all that. I will explain to you how I attach all the proof to all my services to my community on my CV. So you can load them, but you attach them neatly. There's a way I did it, and I provided quite a lot of links, evidence to what I was doing, and they were there. So it sort of connects to my motivation also. So I will explain this to you and show you how I did it during my time. So, and please work with the latest information, limit it to 2 to 3 pages, possibly 2. And if you can't, you have a lot of experiences, 3. So then let us see a template or example. I'm likely to send a template to you or send a link depending on requirements. If you want, then somebody should just say hi if you need it. And then your letter of motivation, I'll have to breeze through it because I'm also going to dedicate a recording to this. You have to be concise, be clear, and show your proven interest. Your past studies, your research and work experience or other activities should connect. Your short-term goals, how the program fits these goals should also connect. Understanding of the vision of that particular program helps you. I've already highlighted that the Erasmus programs are targeted towards sustainable goals, sustainable development. So if your vision, your goals match the vision and goals of these programs you are applying to, then you're on your way to winning the scholarship, you know. So I encourage people to know the vision of the program and target their essays. Coin your essays to meet the vision and how it helps you achieve your career goals. So even if your career goal is to do something relevant in this field, you can bring it back home. Take it to your people, see how you can grow your community, do a lot of things. For me, it's neuroscience, and neuroscience is very relevant, lacking in African and like not even present in Nigeria. You hardly find a master's in neuroscience program. I had to defend that, and I'm happy I'm here to tell you this. So you also have to understand the mobility plan. That's the specialization you are going for. If you are not able to defend the specialization you are applying for, you are likely to be rejected. So understand the specialization, the modules and the skills you will learn through that particular path you want to take, and how it connects to your career goals. You want to be in this particular industry. If you pass through this specialization, then you will get the relevant skills that will help you be in that particular industry. So an understanding of the mobility plan helps you write a very good letter of motivation. Emphasize on the useful network that you will gain, the multicultural environment, and the funding scheme that will help you. Also, you have to, okay, I said project where you see yourself after the study. That's your career goals. And then you have to like try to wrap everything up. I'm going to dedicate recording to this again and explain further, but I wish then it will be an interactive session, maybe come fully online and like have people make comments and all that. So, but just to wrap it up, keep it simple, 500 words, and be concise. To be concise is even better. You don't have to like write a lot. When you write a lot, then you tend to beat around the bush and you don't hit the main point. So the most important thing is to be simple. You don't have to use very big grammar. Don't be verbose. Try to say the important things. Be plain. You know, it's not like they don't understand English, but they are non-English speakers. So you don't have to be verbose. You just have to be very plain and say your point. So thank you so much for staying till the end. Please, if you like this video, please like. If you enjoy the session, like the video. If you enjoy the session, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification button. I'll be bringing you more recordings on this area. I have other things I can tell you, but I want to dedicate a special series, a podcast for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship and how I did it. So when we move on, I'll become more personal, share my experiences with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for staying till the end.